Hi, I'm Rekha. I'm the Chief Trainer of Kalpataru Consulting. In this video, we are going to discuss on what is scope, what are the components of scope, and what you need to keep in mind when you are going to manage your scope. So, what is scope? Let me not go by the definitions, but in simple, I would say like what you are going to build in your project is your scope. So when we are talking about scope, we should clearly define what is in scope and what is out scope as well, so that there is no confusion at the later stage. And one other confusion in scope is what is requirements and scope. So requirements is like your wish list where you collect the requirements from the various stakeholders, like what they want from the project. So the requirements as well as scope later, which is going to be defined, includes both the product scope and the project scope. So product scope is the functions and features that characterizes the product, and the project scope is the work you need to do to build this product with these defined functions and features. That is your product scope. So coming back to the requirements, you are going to collect the requirements from the various stakeholders on what is their wish in the project, what they want in the project. So in short, we can say requirements is like your wish list. And all these requirements cannot be implemented and may not be required to be implemented. So we are going to prioritize these requirements and finalize what exactly we are going to build in the project. And the finalized one, what we are going to build is your scope. So in short, we can say the wish list of your stakeholders is your requirements, and the finalized one, what exactly you're going to build in your project, is your scope. So the requirements what you collect should be both the product scope and the project scope. That is what the functions and features should be there in the project, in the product, and also what is the work which has to be done to build this product. And we're going to collect the requirements. You're going to collect the requirements both from the internal stakeholders as well as the external stakeholders. So when I say internal stakeholders, it could be your finance department, your functional department, your PMO, your sponsors, and so on. When you're talking about external stakeholders, it could be your clients and the various parties at the client's place. If there is any regulatory body involved, then the requirements of the regulatory body, and so on. So if you miss to collect the requirements from these stakeholders, these are going to have, that is, it is going to have a bigger impact at the later stage, where these stakeholders may come out with their requirements later, and it is going to unnecessarily create changes and issues in your project. So it's very important to reach out to all your stakeholders, collect the requirements, consult them, and finalize what exactly you're going to build and get the consent from your stakeholders. And couple of other things which you have to keep in mind when you're going to manage your scope is the two things which you need to avoid, which is your gold plating and your scope creep. Scope creep is uncontrollable changes which creeps into your project. See, on the go, somebody would have added some new facility, new functions and features, or some reporting facility which is not been approved, which has not been documented. So you're going to pay, you're going to get paid for some X scope, but you may be giving X plus Y, something additional which is not even getting paid. And above all, later it may create some confusions and issues. So it's better to stick to the scope. The other one which you have to avoid is gold plating. So gold plating is you're going to give something additional consciously to the customer with the intention of delighting the customer. In the name of customer value add, customer delight, you are giving this extra without getting accounted and without getting paid. So it is better to avoid it. You may think it is good to give some value add to the customer. But in case you think that this particular feature or functionality is going to be a value add for the product and for the customer, then check with the customer first of all whether he requires it. If he requires it, great. But if he doesn't require it, There ends the story. You have taken an attempt to check whether the customer needs it. If the customer requires it, then check whether the customer is willing to pay or to give the extra time to build that additional feature. Or if you are going to bear the cost, then make it clear that you are going to give this feature only. And then go through change management process, get the approval from the change control board, update your scope documents, your scope baseline, and then implement it. So to ensure there is no gold plating or scope creep, on a regular basis, do a audit, do a check whether are you building things as per the scope. I hope from this video you understood the difference between requirements and scope, and also to understand the components of the scope, which is the product scope and the project scope, and what are the two important things you need to avoid, which is gold plating and scope creep. So, see, I would say it's very important to define the scope. If you clearly define the scope, you have crossed half the well, and the rest of the project is going to be a cakewalk. Most of the projects come to a standstill or are exceeding this schedule or the cost is just because the scope was not defined clearly. So defining the scope is the most important part in project management. Thank you for your time, and if you like this video, like our video and subscribe for more learnings. Thank you.